Okay, this video we're going to be talking about the buy TP and SL and the sell SL and TP, meaning the stop loss and the take profit. When you trade, obviously we want to have a plan and execute our plan. Already having ways that we're going to exit the trade as well as enter the trade, our exit strategies, as our willingness to risk X amount of points, as well as what we're looking to actually benefit from as our take profit area. Now this SL, buy SL command is mainly the hit and the actual price itself. Obviously we want to include the spread in our take profit and stop losses. And this is a line that, again, if we already have a trade placed, then we can implement this line here, as well as the line on the top. Okay, the TP will have to be on the top of the trade if you're looking for a buy position or buy TP. And if we refer back to the the actual website as well as the manage the commands here, it'll go into more details of the actual buy SL or sell SL command. This is mainly for the stop loss, and the buy TP and sell TP are the take profit. Now, is there a difference? Yes, there is. The actual the TP orders, you don't only have to include the distance, okay, because some people like to include a 10-point stop loss or 20-point stop loss. In the actual TP orders or command, we're actually able to take advantage of taking profits based on percentages with this command. Okay, so how would I actually do that? Let me actually pull up a chart here. Let's say that we were actually basing our trade off of resistance here. Here we had a trendline break, and we had different reasons, or let's say halfway above in the actual trading towards my trend line or origination of my trend line. I would like to take 50% of my profits. Okay, so here I would actually use the buy TP, and you can give you your distance, which is the first number, and the second number is the percentage of the lot that you want to close out. Okay, again, make sure it's displayed on the left hand side. Your stop loss is established. Let's say that we had a stop loss established on the bottom here as the market broke this trend line and entered us a trade. Our stop loss right here would be a buy SL, meaning if the market did come back and touch this line, it would exit us out of the trade. Okay, as our saying that this is our safe haven, that this is what we're willing to risk. And if and when the market does touch this area here where the price did surge right through it, at this point it would have took off 50% of the lot size in continuation, and at the buy TP command it would have closed out the full position, completely closing you out of all your positions. Okay, so that would be a scenario that you would use the buy TP command. If you want to be someone that does take portions off, profits off the table, if it's one position or two, you can use this buy TP with using these parameters and percentages. There's different functionality of the profit covering array, and we can discuss that a little bit later. But the SL, just to kind of clarify things, is the buy SL is specifically the stop loss. Again, you have to make sure you understand, you have to include the spread. Whatever currency pair you're trading on may differ. Again, it depends on what kind of time frame. Make sure that it's authenticated, that you have internet connection, and that your commands are being displayed. So once your commands are being displayed, that you'll know that if those things that you check marked, everything's connected, then Magic will execute those parameters if those parameters are met. Again, we can look at the USD Japanese yen here. The yen has definitely taken a rise of the overvalue and losing value very quickly. In this case scenario, what we can see is that we had certain reasons to enter the market, and we can use our stop losses as a horizontal line. In this case scenario, let's say that we had reasons to break even. You can use this in multiple fashions. Either you can use a line like this, sell SL, is that if the trade takes off based on the break of this high, we enter the trade and our stop loss was behind the last swing low, or whatever our stop loss rule was. when the market is continuing going upwards, we can manually adjust it if that is our way of willing it to put the trade break even. There's other ways to do it as well, automating the system that you can use in the actual profit covering array, and we'll discuss that a little bit further. And again, the actual stop loss SL or sellsl, actually this wouldn't actually work. It would be a buysl because it would be a buy command. So this would be a perfect example of a trade that wouldn't work in the wrong command. Okay, so the buysl is mainly for us to take advantage of market movements on the upper swing. Okay, so once the trade is being placed, we're able to take advantage of a touch of this line. Okay, so we can readjust the stop loss into the green to protect our positions or break even on that trade. And if the trade is trending or we're going to take some profits off the table, right here we could use the buy TP 50 mark, okay, as taking 50% of the lot size off the table once it reaches that mark. Let's say that we did establish it because we saw a swing high, got rejected. So once it did approach this line, then we were willing to exit half of our trade, and we can readjust our stop loss later on to break even, and then letting the trade run its course. Okay, so there's different ways to use the horizontal lines as well as the trend lines, and this just really depends on what kind of trading methodology you like to use. But this is some ways to take advantage of these commands. Again, that was a perfect example of a command not actually functioning in the market, because if I put sellsl when I'm in a buy position, it would not actually execute. As well as if my broker is using a non-hedging, or if there's not a first in first out, be aware of these rules depending on what broker you do use. If you use a US broker, those rules do apply on the first in first out as well as no hedging. Some brokers, you can take advantage of the not worrying about those laws, and you can take advantage of those trading methodologies that you like to use in using these commands. So this again is the buytp, the buysl is more based on the actual hit, or you can look at the manual. You can see that selltp is the distance using a percentage as the second number, distance as the pip amount, percentage of the lot size being taken off the table. And the stop loss, again, you want to make sure that you can take advantage of the stop loss understanding of that. The selltp is just the opposite direction. Here more clarifies the numbers and the way they work and how you can take advantage of it. Like I said, not every trader is going to be someone that likes to take profits off the table. Some traders, that's exactly their trading style. So this may be a command that may be of your interest. So hopefully you can take advantage of this command and use it to your trading methodology.